What's going on, y'all? This is the At the Buzzer Sports Show with your host, King Will,
And it's your girl Jess, and we are all set for this beautiful Tuesday. So let's get
oh,
it started.
yes, beautiful Tuesday, beautiful Tuesday. All right, so today we're going to be talking about is Noah Lyles the fastest man in the world? What would you grade the Paris Olympics? Men's Olympic basketball predictions. Who's dominated the Olympic sport more? Simone Biles and Katie LeDecky. And top 5 non-Hall of Fame basketball players. And that when I mean non-Hall of Fame is they have no chance of making the Hall of Fame, but they had a very good peak that we should talk about. But before we get started, we should get started with our word, of course. So Jess, get it started.
Of course, yeah. So today our word comes from Psalm chapter 37, verse 8, which says, cease from anger and forsake wrath, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. So basically just to quickly say what it basically means. So as we all know, we get angry in life. We're not perfect. Trust me, we're definitely not. So is no one in this world, but we strive to be. But we get angry at times, and we're told to just cease from anger and forsake wrath. So no matter what, even though you may get angry and everything, try not to get as angry, or it's okay to be angry, but try not to sin while you're angry, and just don't do evil when you turn angry. So much as we see people shooting people and doing all types of things for no reason, for the most part, and then there's some more reasons, but let's try not to do evil in general. So, but that's the word for the day, Psalm chapter 37, verse 8. And next up, right, we will talk about our great friend Noah Lyles here. And he's hilarious.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
But hey, he backed it up, even though that was the closest race I've ever seen in my entire life. And it had to be a photo finish, as we know. And even though we may not sometimes a lot of people, don't like how he acts in general, I respect the fact that he understands that it's a showman. That's a showmanship, and he wants to be remembered, and he is rememberable. I promise you that. And so, to ask you, Will, is Noah Lyles the fastest man in the world at this point?
I mean, since we are probably pretty much giving him the 200, I watched him in the 200 semifinals, and it wasn't close. I think he is. Now, he's the fastest man in the world now. I mean, this ain't the Usain Bolt dominance. It was very close. That was a wonderful race. Let's just talk about that 100.
Yeah, I like that it was close. I personally
it was really close. And a lot of people didn't know that it's chest and head that they go by. I know a lot of people were saying they were seeing the foot of Keyshawn Thompson crossing the line before Noah Lyles' head, but from my understanding, it's chest, head.
And actually, Curly, I just want to say Curly's foot was actually before Noah too. The other American, Fred Curly. Yeah. His foot was actually before Noah's. But his body wasn't like. But that's why they teach you. My husband's a track coach, and I know a lot of track people. That's why you're told to lean over. You never know, and they probably. I think Thompson probably thought he had it, and that's probably why he didn't lean. If he would have leaned, it pretty much would have shown that he won, but he didn't do it. And the rules are the rules. Now, I saw a meme that said, I can't believe a foot race is not determined by feet. They do have a point with that. However, it's just not the rules.
The rules.
There's the rules of the rules. You gotta lean forward, and Noah did it. So
yeah. So do you think Thompson might have got overcome? Because Noah, I think within the first 40 meters was in last place.
No,
it was an amazing comeback. And I wonder if Thompson pretty much thought he had it, and maybe that's why he didn't lean over. You think that's a possibility?
That's what I just said. Yeah, I said I think he probably thought he had it, even though it was very close. Because I think all of us, most of America thought he got it. Even because it was, even though Noah was right there until you slowed it down, you obviously Noah won. But if you didn't slow it down, it looked like Thompson had it, and even Curly was only like I know there was 0.3 of a second from Thompson.
I think a tenth of 2 seconds behind Thompson and Lyles. Because they ran 9.79 and he ran 9.81.
Yeah, it was close. Yes. And then also let me just shout out even what's Carl Lewis back in 81.
I was just about to mention that.
What? No, so you saw that, right? That
Yep.
his time
His fastest time would have came in last.
yeah, because the guy that Noah was grinning at or in the semifinals when he was staring at, he had because he came in last that time. The
Exactly.
but he had the same time as Carl Lewis because he came like
Mhm.
that's crazy though. Like
Yeah, that's
that's
crazy.
of a
But see, what's even more crazy
how
though
fast these guys are.
is that what's
Sorry.
even more crazy though, if you think about it now, is that's how close they is, but also makes you think about the dominance of Usain Bolt because no one was close to that man.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
we're finally. I think that's why we're itching for the superstar track star,
Mhm.
and Noah Lyles
Mhm.
is trying to take that title. I think him and Kashane Thompson gonna have a good like battle back and forth. I believe Shane Thompson is not that old. I believe he's 26, if I remember
Yeah,
right.
I believe
I
so.
think Curly was the oldest one at 29, I believe.
Who? Curly.
Fred
Yeah,
Curly.
okay.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
I believe right now he's the fastest man because he's pretty much going to win the 200.
Oh
So
no,
that's
I
the
mean
100,
those are the
200 in the
rules.
world championship. And it's the
Those are the
100,
rules.
200 in the Olympics. And we're all going to have to deal with Noah Lyles' mouth for
It's
4 years.
either fast. It's going to be very unbearable, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
rightfully so. He said what he was going to do, and he did it. Now, was it obvious that he was going to do it? No, because he wouldn't have. It wouldn't have been that close of a race. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, it is what it is. Right now, he is the fastest. Is he the fastest ever? No. I mean, obviously, people who have eyes know Bolt is the fastest
Yes.
we ever seen.
Yeah, ever
So,
seen it. Ever
so
seen it.
and he said, now Noah said he gonna break. He said he gonna
Yeah.
break all Bolt's records. Good luck,
Yeah.
Noah. If you
Good luck.
do, I just gotta do that if you do it. But as of right now, no, sorry, I don't see it. And the 200, he said, there's no way anyone is going to win but him. I hope and pray he means that because, honey, no, even though he won the 100, he's going to get roasted. So I suggest him to really win
Yeah.
tomorrow. I think it's
Yeah.
tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow. So and shout
Mm-hmm.
out to Gabby Douglas. Sorry, Gabby Thompson. Because it was
Gabby
first name
Thomas, yeah.
my bad. Sorry, Gabby. Shout out to Gabby Douglas. You know, you did your thing about this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gabby Thomas. She won her 200 meters as well. Her first gold. I'm very proud of her, and because she's always came in. Last time she came in, she had a bronze in Tokyo, and then I think in Rio, I think she did do Rio, and she got a silver. So this was her first gold as far as singles. Like, so congrats to her, and she's super. Obviously, you go to Harvard, you're no dummy. So,
Oh
shout out
no.
to her. And but
Exactly.
yeah, but as far as Noah's concerned, he is the fastest man in the world right now. But let's see how he do in the 200. I would love to see him double.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that would be great. So, but yeah, that's on that. Any other words for Noah? And
I
his
guess will Noah Lyles be remembered? Let's ask that. Like in
that's
20, 30 years, are we gonna remember Noah Lyles?
absolutely. Whether he breaks any more records or not, he's going to be remembered because of that showmanship. And even I'm pretty sure you saw that scene when Bolt told him, "Keep on doing what you're doing. Track needs a sportsman like you." And that made his head blow up even more. He was like, "Oh, I got Bolt telling me to do this, so I can do this." So shouts out to him. I'm sure you think that. Do you think the same? And he will be.
That's a great question. I believe it's
Because
it's hard.
it's not just about if his running. It's about his whole
Yeah,
package.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I say I'm gonna say because of the whole package, I can definitely see it. But I think
Whether
we'll
he's
remember him.
hated or loved,
Yeah,
he's
love.
going to
And I
be
think the
still
biggest thing
remembered.
that's gonna get him remembered is the NBA comment. The NBA comment. I think that's why we all gonna remember him is because the NBA comment.
I let it go. I mean, and I'll say this one more time. He had a point, but then again, I understand why the NBA players wasn't like Devin Booker said recently. Like he
It's
put
hard to
it
win
in
an NBA
plainly.
championship.
Yes, so it's and it could because all of the players from overseas are great players too, and they're coming over to the NBA. So the whole world is in the NBA. So that technically means that
The
they
best
are
players
the
in the
world
world.
champs. But I
Yeah.
also get what Noah's saying. You're not competing against Jamaica and Italy. It's not just them and all that stuff. But
But
I understand the NBA side
I'll
of
say
it.
this, and this is my last point because it actually leads to our next topic, which is about the U.S. Olympic basketball predictions. If you look at the top teams now, every one of the best countries' players is an NBA player. Dennis
Mhm.
Schroeder for Germany, Wembanyama at France,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
United States is United States. The big sir, Jokic. Hey, man, we need to start giving Jokic his respect, man. That's a legend in the making. But Jokic and Bogdanovic leaving
You keep
Serbia.
on bringing that
Get
up like no one gives that man his
get it.
respect.
I mean, I might sound wild, but he's top 20 all time. Already.
Already. Okay. I think he needs to
And
win another championship.
top 20, I would say he's no less than top 30 all time.
Okay.
I definitely think he's a top 10 center. Top
Or
5 is very tough to break into, but top 10 he is.
I said if for him, okay, how about this? For him to be top 5, he gotta win about 2 more championships. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna give in MVPs. I'm not gonna do that because he got 3. But
Yeah.
then again, I mean Kareem got 6. I think Wilt
Mhm.
got like 5.
But Shaq only got 1.
Shaq only got 1. But it's the
Mhm.
whole aura of Shaq.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
it's his dominance. Um,
Mhm.
and it's his it's just everything with Shaq. That's why
No,
Shaq is
I agree.
considered there.
Mhm.
But as far as skill and all that other stuff, I mean, he's gonna have more assists. He's probably gonna have more rebounds for sure. He's
He's
going to
definitely gonna go down
have,
as the most skilled center ever.
yeah, that's what
Most
I mean.
skilled center ever.
Now
Yeah.
points, that's going to be because Shaq is top
And Kareem. Yeah,
6,
Kareem.
and then
And then Kareem's number 2.
and so
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's gonna be better than even with Wilt. His aura. I wasn't there,
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh
I
no,
was maybe there for
you know how I
Kareem.
feel about Will. Will is such a big legend, we can't even count him. Like, because his stats are so outrageous. It's
Yeah,
so
his stats
wild.
are outrageous.
Yeah, that it's
But I
just
know
hard to really comprehend how good he was.
and I don't like to bring up eras because it's just unfair. It's not his fault he was in that era.
Mm-mm.
Like, I used to be like, well, look who he was playing against. It's true, but then again, it's not his fault. Like, it is what it is.
And I'll say this, and then we're gonna lead to the Olympic basketball.
Mhm.
Actually, people think they always say Will lost all them championships to Russell, but it wasn't like, I want y'all to go back to some of them box scores. It wasn't like Bill Russell was shutting it down. He was giving Bill
No.
Russell the business. It's just basically, I think I watched a documentary about Wilt, and if you go back, it sounded like Wilt was early LeBron, where he was carrying a team of bums
Mhm.
to the championship and to playoff,
Until
and it
Jerry
just could,
West, until
until
he came
Jerry
with Jerry West.
West. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's until he went to the Lakers. But when he was
Mhm.
at Philly, it was him carrying bums basically and had to fight through
I'm
Bill
trying to
Russell. But
remember who
he
was
gave
on
them
those teams. I don't
exactly,
know.
and he gave Kareem problems too. I think the only one of the few that can block the Skyhawk was Wilt. So, but that leads to our men's Olympic basketball prediction. So the men's basketball prediction is coming up. I mean, basketball semifinals, the medal round. It's coming
Yeah,
up.
they're going against Serbia.
Serbia came back from 25 down to beat Australia
24.
and 24 down. And France upset Canada. A lot of people thought Canada was going to be someone that
I'm
would have
trying
gave
to
the United
understand
States issues.
why is that an upset? I don't know why that
Well,
was
I
an
think the
upset.
reason why, because Canada had 11 NBA players. I think they had the most besides the
Okay.
United States. And then when you look at the lineup, you like Shea. Oh wow, Jamal Murray. Ooh, like Lou Dort. It looks like a formidable squad, but ooh,
I
boy, we see
guess.
Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray only plays good against the Lakers. Apparently, that's the only team he likes to play against. So
Or
Jamal
in the
Murray.
playoffs. Or in the playoffs. Yeah.
I will say they got hurt by losing Zach Edey. The main thing I said Canada issue was going to be size, and it showed up today because
Yeah.
Wembanyama and the Dancing Bear was giving them the business because they didn't have no size, and that's where Zach Edey would have been big because they would have had size.
Yeah. No,
But
that's true. But okay, I get it. And I think France will go against
Germany, they trying to get their
Germany.
comeback from Germany. They're trying to get their comeback. Remember, Germany beat them in the qualifying round,
Okay.
and
I'm
France
pretty
on their
sure.
comeback.
I personally think it will be France versus USA. But I want to say this. I do think Serbia has the best chance to beat USA. They have a lot of shooters, and then they have Joker. So I that's just me. I really think Serbia can possibly pull it out. But will I if I was a betting person, would I do that? No, I would not. I would not do that. But I still think USA will win about maybe 15 at the least. I still think so. If everyone's going to be playing
Serbia's problem is they need Jokic to play the whole entire game. When he comes out the game, they fall apart.
They have the best
need him to
chance,
play the
I
whole
think.
game.
I think, yeah. But I know France.
Yeah.
I think France would be more into. I know when. Let's just say USA gets through it, which a lot of people do, and then I'm pretty sure France will go through it. They'll get their get back. I think they will.
Hey, let me tell
they're
you,
in Paris too.
Dennis Schroeder is playing like he's like Patty Mills. I don't know what's up with these guys. When they play in the FIBA game, they turn into different NBA players. And Dennis Schroeder has been playing, and I don't know who France got for him and you got the Wagner brothers. It ain't gonna be a cupcake. It's not gonna be a cupcake for France. Germany is actually going to be a very good game. I would not be surprised that goes to overtime, and it's going to be really close. Okay. I do expect the United States to whoop up on Serbia because Jokic just cannot play the entire game. Unfortunately, they just can't. He just can't.
Well, as far as box office is concerned, because I really feel like I don't see France losing at home at this level right now. At this time. So I really I think they want to see that Wembyama and them versus USA team. And that'd be a great story if they actually beat them. Do I think it will happen? No. However, I think they'll make it a game with all that size that they have. I don't know who they got for Wemby to guard him. I know Anthony Davis would be the best bet to me because Embiid. I know Embiid. People think Embiid because he got the hefty size, but Embiid could be. He's huffing and puffing to me.
Yeah. He's
I don't know
how
he's
he had a decent game today.
He's out there struggling, and I just don't see it. I think Anthony Davis or maybe Bam, because they're better defenders as far as moving their feet a little bit better and jumping and all that stuff. I personally think they should guard him. And then Rudy Gobert, he didn't even start today because I think they know
Rudy played terrible. Yeah, Rudy played terrible.
So I don't know, but I really personally, that's what I see happening. Those are my predictions. I think it's going to be USA versus France, and USA will come on top. Maybe if they're going to make it a close game, I think maybe 10 points at the least,
I'm going USA beating Serbia. I'm going Germany beating France. USA beating Germany. So USA with the gold, Germany with the silver. And I see France beating Serbia in the bronze game and France winning the bronze. That's my predictions. MVP should be Jokic, but they'll probably give it to LeBron, unfortunately.
Don't let Bobby get you. Look,
I know.
It might go to Ant because he's averaging more points, but just for the narrative, they'll probably give it to LeBron. So, because I forgot they give MVPs on there. So now we might as well don't leave my women out. Do you think? I know you think.
They keep playing like they want to lose, but Asia Wilson is a dog. Breanna Stewart is a dog, and it seems like when they finally decide to play, Asia Wilson, Breanna Stewart be like, all right, let's just stop playing it. They have no answers for them. No one has any answers.
So you got them winning against whoever. It don't matter.
It don't matter. I'm glad. Everybody knew about Asia Wilson, but we've talked about how good Breanna Stewart is, and we knew on the whole CC
I knew her for years.
And we was like, nah, y'all sleeping on how like Breanna Stewart legitimately has an argument at top 5, top 10 women's player of all time. Legitimate
right.
Argument.
Especially her
and
resume.
Really,
her
resume gives her argument to be the greatest of all time.
Like of any basketball player, like of all time. Like
4
last year, that finals.
Yep.
That finals that she No, I'm saying she only lost.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was the first final she lost.
In
So
her career.
in her career. So I mean that's crazy. But I think it's funny every time someone's about to go off, like that Belgium team, first off they could shoot. I was like, whoa, they're
Yeah,
shooting
they
too
were shooting their
good.
eyes out. They were
Um
shooting their eyes out.
and then they then they bring in Cheryl Reeve is their coach. The Minnesota Lynx coach is the coach of the Olympic
Mm,
team, and she just bring in Jackie Young. Jackie, she'd
yeah,
be like, Jackie, go ahead and guard that girl real
yeah,
quick. And then
yeah,
she'll who else is Kalia Kappa, who's a great defender too.
yeah. Kalia.
She'd be
Hey,
like, yeah, go ahead and guard them real quick, and let's go ahead and get this over with, guys. But yeah, I see them winning as well, so yeah, so it'll be fun. But those are our
all
predictions.
right. Speaking of the ladies, this was a curious question I had because these two ladies have been dominating their sport. So Jess, who do you think dominate their sport the most though? Simone Biles in gymnastics, excuse me, or Katie LeDecky in swimming?
Are you referring
LeDecky.
to now, like, or you mean of all the Olympics?
Of all the Olympics of all time, who has dominated the
Well, if
most?
I'm going by the actual medals, it would actually be Ledecky.
Yes.
Because she has the most. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess Katie Ledecky. But however, and when I mean she be leaving. See, but Simone got moves named after her, so it's
Very
kind of like
true. Well,
Simone
I
literally
can see
made a
Simone
whole
got
version.
news, but then Ledecky got snippets of her just wiping out the competition so bad they're not even on the TV screen.
But
Like it's
Simone,
ridiculous.
besides Rebecca, I can't say her last name, Adrande from
Mm,
Brazil.
Brazil.
This was the
Mm,
first time she lost in any singles round of all time. Like I'm talking about Simone. Like that's
yeah.
the first time. And I'm just saying, like, that's why she said, I'm tired of going against Rebecca. She makes it too close. No one has ever been that close. So
Mm,
no one has ever been that close to her now. I just want to
mm,
make that big. No one has ever been in that was like her first silver. That might have been her second silver since her beginning of her time in the Olympics. That's
mm,
huge considering she's only been in 2 Olympics. I'm just saying Katie
yeah.
Ledecky has also been in more Olympics.
Yeah.
She's been in one more. So I'm just saying, like, of course that gives her a head start of medals because she's been
Mm,
in more. So
mm,
so it's hard. So with that being said, it's kind of unfair to give it to Ledecky because I like to compare if they both been in the same amount of Olympics and all that, because that to me
mm,
that's more fair.
mm,
And as we know, Simone had the twisties thing, and she still has it to where,
mm,
I mean, it could be an issue. And then she had the calf injury this month, and she still won 3 gold medals and 1 silver. So I mean,
mm.
she's still out here, still doing her thing. That's a very hard question. Just because I don't like to compare because they didn't have the same amount of Olympics, but if I had to choose, I'm gonna say Katie Ledecky only because she's had the most, like, this Olympics had the most impressive run because I think she got 6 gold medals this
Mm,
Olympics. So
yeah.
and Simone has 3. But
Mm,
there's more competitions in swimming
yeah.
kind of because they have the
Yeah.
relay and all that
Yeah.
too. I know Simone and gymnastics have the team, but that's only one team. But
Mm-hmm.
the swimming have like the 4x1 and the 800, and they have a whole lot to compete in. So, but I'll say Ledecky. I said especially, yeah, I know that 17-second thing is crazy.
And
Um,
not only that, she got the top 20 fastest times of all time, and I think in the 1,500 meters, which is ridiculous. Like it's
yeah,
wildly insane. Simone Biles first. I'm gonna give Simone Biles her flowers. She is definitely the greatest gymnast of all time. We will definitely remember this
she's also on Mount
over.
Rushmore for women
Yeah,
in general.
women. Yeah, women in general, women
Oh, I'm sorry,
athletes in
sports.
general.
In sports.
Um,
She's top 10 in sports.
I
Some
I
people think 5.
definitely and she the we will remember Simone Biles when we're well dead and gone, and our kids have kids. Like they will be remembering Simone Biles. She will
Facts.
be
Facts.
in a lot of sports
Books and
Alamax.
all,
Don't
yeah.
even have don't even have sports Alamax anymore. But Katie Ledecky though is literally a fish. Like I think she's a fish. Her and Michael Phelps were
Are you
fish that
comparing
figure out how.
athletes? Are you comparing like the athletes, or are you comparing what they have?
Who dominated? Basically, when that person walked on the field knew it was over. And I think people.
Simone is.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Simone, that's why I say it's tough. But then I don't know. LeDecky get out there and people was like, it's over. Like there's no one.
No, that is very factual. Yeah. But let's keep it a bean. More people globally know who Simone is more than Katie LeDecky. And Katie LeDecky facts. That is very factual. But Katie, no, but I'm saying this Olympics is brought Katie LeDecky over the top. Like I knew about her before, but this is like the most she's ever won in a whole Olympics. So now she's about to blow up anymore. Now globally she's going to go up higher. But Simone is globally known not just as the greatest female gymnast of all time, but some people have her as the greatest, not just woman gymnast,
one of the greatest athletes of all time
ever. Yeah. Like some people I know some people that have a number one because they feel because the difficulty of gymnastics. Now I could swim and all that. I know you could probably swim, but
no, I can't.
Okay, cool. You just okay. So
I'll drown.
Most of us, a lot of people can't swim. Some people can, but the difficulty of swimming, yes, that's crazy because I can't go that fast. Never in my life.
I never say swim. That's difficult.
I just said I can't go that fast in my life. So I'm giving her flowers on that, and she's definitely the greatest female swimmer. That's why she was number 15 on ESPN, the one we talked about 100. So they know about. We know she's great, but I'm just saying like the difficulty of gymnasts and their points and all that stuff that they go by, and the fact that they got moves named after Simone that no one probably could ever do, and the fact that she could jump higher than Shaq in the air, and the fact that I'm sorry, and the fact that like you watch it, I know you've seen it, like when she goes on, especially the floor and all that stuff, when she goes out there, they just I hear them say, yeah, the difficulty, that's why she wins, because they go by difficulty. Her difficulty is off the charts. No one, not even the guys, could do a lot of the stuff that she does. So I just want to give I'm gonna say Simone is over. Like if I had to pick the higher athlete, I would pick Simone. But if you're asking me about this Olympics, who has went over the top, I'm gonna say Katie LeDecky. She has definitely went crazy. And like I said, that's 17 when she's looking like, where y'all people at? Like that's crazy. But yeah, they both. Yes, I agree. They're both ghosts. It's whoever you have higher. So will you have Katie LeDecky higher than Simone?
Yeah, I have Katie LeDecky higher.
Nah, I'm picking Simone. Simone is different too. I mean,
no, I agree. Remember I said last show. Remember last show I said Simone Biles made us completely forget about Gabby Douglas. Remember, Gabby Douglas was the hot vibe, and then Simone Biles came, and
the media rushed her out. The media made her feel like crap. That's why she stopped doing what she's doing. She wasn't to me, Gabby. If you want to holler at me, if you watch the show, I just felt like she wasn't tough enough. Simone is more tough. Like she got that tough. Maybe it's because she was an orphan and some. I'm just saying because she was, and for a second, and then she went, with her. Who she with now, her auntie and everything, uncle. Like so I'm just saying she built some sort of tough, you can tell she's tough. So I just really feel like, man, the stuff that Simone do is insane. But yeah, and then the difficulty and everything, she gotta do bars, beam, team, floor. And then there's the individual ones as well. Katie LeDecky, which is hard. I'm not, like I said, I can't swim that fast. She's the GOAT. I'm not going to hold you. Even though Phelps, I think we all can agree Phelps is the Olympic GOAT of all time. He has 23 gold medals.
Yeah.
And it's 28 in total, but 23 are gold. I don't even think Katie LeDecky is going to get there. She just got her 10th gold. I think, it's 16 overall.
She's definitely at the age she can do 2028.
No, she can do 2028, but can she get the 23 gold? I personally
that's why I
doubt.
say 2028 is gonna be how many she get in 2028. Then the question is, would she do 2032?
Because she's 29 right now, I think. Yeah, because that's going to be tough. But I didn't realize, my friend told me that the men do actually more in swimming. Like there's more competitions in swimming for men. That's what I was told. So I mean, that gives Phelps a little head up. That's how I'm saying, the difficulty of gymnastics and the fact that you could die from one little crack of the throat or whatever, for falling wrong and everything. To me, that gives her a little head up. But I know swimming like a fish, not everyone could do that, or swimming like a dolphin, as I like to call her, because to me she swims like a dolphin. It's very pretty and graceful. It does this and all that. So, man, that was a great conversation. I really don't know. But I'm gonna give it to Simone. You got LeDecky, so it is what it is.
So with the Paris Olympics getting ready to wrap up on August 11th, coming up at the end of this week, so far we've had a lot of goods. We've seen some bad. There has been some controversies with Olympics so far. Jess, what would you grade the Paris Olympics so far?
Oh, and Craig, if you want to answer, do you think Noah Lyles is the fastest man in the world? We did that first, so you want to let us know, and we'll come back to you. But yeah, the grade right now, oh my god, it's been tons of fun. I enjoyed myself. I even enjoyed watching trampoline. Top tier fun. And also table tennis. Whoa, they some goats, cause honey, who out here about to hit that ball that fast? It's crazy.
No. Table tennis crazy. Table tennis crazy.
And then the fencing, which I saw the young lady who won gold for USA in fencing. That's hard too. Yeah, I was just about to say, I give it an A-. I agree with Craig. Sorry, I just wanted to point that out because all that stuff is crazy. I didn't know we had all that. A lot of stuff I didn't know we had. This has been one of the first Olympics. I'll say like this: everything.
The Olympic competition, I would give a B-, but NBC's coverage of it takes it to an A-, just for the reasons that you just said, because we're seeing sports that we didn't know that. I love what NBC has done with the Peacock app to watch the Olympics. And then they got the gold zone. It's like the red zone where you can enjoy different events. And I think because of that, this Olympics has been more enjoyable because you can watch different sports. I watched a crazy, I think, steeplechase. Where that went down to the line where I was like, I had stopped work and looked at it like, oh my goodness, this is a great race.
And then bicycling, that was fun too. I saw the lady.
You had the pole vault. You had the pole vault to break the world record. Side note, let me ask you this question: do you agree or disagree with the controversy about the pole vaulter? If y'all don't know, the pole vaulter, his name has left me, but you can look him up. He just broke a world record. He's representing.
So it's Sweden. A he. So it's a he.
He's representing Sweden, but he's born and raised from Louisiana. He goes to LSU. No, he was born a dude.
Oh, okay.
There's no. But
I'm asking because I've been confused. When I look on Google, they're like, "Well, he's a girl. He was born."
No, not him. No, not him. Not her. Not her. No, this is pole vault. Pole vault.
Oh,
that
my
was
bad. My bad.
Pole vault. But he actually goes to LSU. He went to LSU the same time as Shakar Richardson did.
Okay.
Yes. So a lot of controversy is saying is people are trying to wonder, why did he go for Sweden instead of United States? Now, from my understanding, the reason why he went to the Swedish team is because his mother is Swedish and he wanted to represent it. But what do you think about that?
That's respect.
You think he shouldn't? That's respect.
No, I mean, I respect it. He's Sweden too. I'm okay with that. Just like the Joel Embiid thing. He could have played for like 5 different countries. Now, do I think he wanted to get a medal easily? I do.
I think if he went to France, though, it would have made France way more formidable because it would have been. They wouldn't have had. No one would have had that for that size. That would have been way too much size.
If he wanted to make history, but he probably was like, nah, I'm banged up. Look, you know how he get injured easily. So he probably was like, oh, let me just be here with Anthony Davis and Bam, and they could use some of the minutes when I don't feel like playing and I feel like I'm about to be injured, which is smart especially, you know, how we think Philly about to do next year. So he probably was like, "No, let me just chill out and enjoy this right here." So, but as far as the Sweden kid, no, I don't think it's a big deal. I think he could rep for whoever he wants to rep with, especially if he's been in Sweden and especially if he was born there. I mean, why not? So,
well, he
I have
wasn't
no
born in
issue
Sweden.
with
He was
it.
born in Louisiana. He was born
He's
and
born in
raised in
Louisiana, but
Louisiana.
his mom. Okay, so
It's
technically he's more
Swedish.
technically he's more USA, but I'm saying I still don't feel like it's a big deal. I think it's okay. I don't mind it. So
I agree though, but I've been enjoying this Olympics. I think it does hype up a little bit for LA. I'm real curious how LA is going to work. Hopefully, we can get big enough. We could be there in 2028, man. In LA, I don't know it. I don't know. They're robbing people in LA. You know, they're robbing people. So, but
well, I think LA would be fun. I would love for us to. We're able to go. I feel it in my spirit. We might be able to go. You know what I mean? Rap and have our little desk.
Exactly. We got to see if we get to LA in 2028. Yeah, let's at the show at the buzzer at the LA.
That would be tons of fun. But yeah, but that's my grade. I give it an A- for sure. I had lots of fun watching it. Great 2 weeks.
I agree.
And it ends on Sunday, right?
Yep, Sunday, August 11th is the last day.
Awesome.
All right, for our last topic, we started
doing a couple more.
We got to. Oh, my mistake.
Is this one?
We do?
I do. Yeah, I'm doing the last one too.
So okay. Last one. So this is next to the last one. I see it now. So we're gonna talk about top 5 non-Hall of Fame basketball players, and what I mean that is they have no chance to make it to the Hall of Fame. So please go away with Chris Paul or LeBron James or Steph Curry, blah, blah, blah. We know they're going to make it to the Hall of Fame. We're not talking about any of them players.
We're talking about people that are not playing. I'm talking about people. I'm naming people that haven't played yet and that feel like they should be in the Hall of Fame.
And I'll say like this. Yeah. So, and if we're talking about non-players, I'm trying to think of a non-player a retired player that we know for sure is going to make it to the Hall of Fame. I was about to say Vince Carter, but he just got in. So, yeah, but we're talking about our Joe Johnsons, our Sean Kemps, our Jamal Mashburns. That's who we're talking about. So, Jess, you know how we started. So I'll give you 5. You start off with 5.
Okay. Bill Laimbeer should be. I'm just playing.
Here you go with Bill Laimbeer again. Bill Laimbeer.
Remember Rick Fox? I
was afraid you was gonna say all these crazy behind names.
I'm not gonna do it.
Don't.
Why are you playing? Richard Fox really made a big splash and really did his thing with the Lakers. You gonna sit here and say he didn't?
Don't make me upset. Not make me upset. Name your
okay,
number 5.
So number 5, I have Mark Price. I think Mark Price should make the Hall of Fame. I think he's one of the only 8 players that 50, 40, 90. He's one of the first ever. He's also had multiple All-Stars. It's just because he played in Cleveland at that time. It wasn't hot, but he took them to the playoffs multiple times with okay teams. I mean, but he was also in the Jordan era, playing against Jordan.
I won't say they were okay. Them Cleveland teams
they were okay good. Compared. They were compared to the other ones, like Detroit when he was hot, like Detroit Pistons, the Chicago Bulls in 88, 89, 90. He wasn't they weren't better than them.
Well, because the problem they couldn't get past Jordan. Them. That we never know because they couldn't get past Jordan.
But Detroit too. But Detroit was good in 88, 89, 90, 91 was like their last good year. And then
because you have Mark Price, Craig
Boston was still decent.
Ron Harper, Brad Daugherty. I mean, I don't know. That Cleveland squad was pretty good.
Compared to the teams I just said, they weren't better than them.
Yeah, that's true.
But I still got him I got him at number 5. I think he should make the Hall of Fame. I think he will one day. I think it might take him another 10 years, but I think he would. I think he will make it. So, but he was a really good player. So I have him at 5.
It's crazy. I have him at number 5 too. 4-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA, hard-nosed defense. Like you said, one of the first. He wasn't the first. The first was Larry Bird, I believe, was the 50, 40, 90. Mark Price, I believe, was the second. One in the 50, 40, 90 club. It's only 9 people in the club. Very, like I said, that Cleveland squad doesn't get talked about.
He was really good. I seen highlights.
Yeah, and he was good. Yep,
I'm not
Georgia
gonna sit
Tech.
here and act like I was alive to like really watching him. I wasn't, like I was too
Mm.
young. But I'm just saying, like he
He
was
was
like
pre Steve
a
Nash. He was pre
yeah,
Steve
like
Nash.
pre Steve Nash. That's a
Mm.
good one. I was trying to think of
Mm-hmm.
someone else, but that's a good one for now. But yeah, he was really
Yeah,
good. I think
pre
he should go.
Steve Nash. Uh, Trey Young, maybe. Well, that might be a
Yeah,
little bit too
maybe
far.
not as quick, but definitely
Yeah,
that quick trigger. And he was, I mean,
yeah,
he was a
and he
good one.
threw
Like
hit.
when you talk about really good white boys, as you said before, like when you talk about Cooper
Mark
Flag
Price.
and like
Mark Price is
Mark
one.
Price
Yep,
is up there. Mark Price is good. Yeah. So I have him at 5. Those. Oh, I'm sorry, 4. You had him 5 too.
I have him
So
at 5. Yeah.
so for I have Rasheed Wallace. I'm always gonna talk about Rasheed Wallace. I like Rasheed Wallace. I like his game, but I mean, he also got a chip. He even got an All-Star, I think. I looked that up. Yeah, I think he has All-Star. So then, yeah, he
Rasheed,
does.
yeah,
He has
sure.
1 or 2
Yeah.
All-Stars. And he was the biggest piece of that Detroit team in 2004. I know we feel like the Lakers should have won, and if they didn't have no issues, they probably would have won. But
Mm-hmm.
Rasheed Wallace, them picking him up in February, like January, February, was the turning point.
Mm-hmm.
They will all tell you that was the turning point of that championship. And then
Mm-hmm.
also with Portland, he was really good, but he was young, he was beating people up, but he was
Mm-hmm.
really, I mean, I just like Rasheed Wallace. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. Why not? There's a lot of people
I
in there
mean,
that we looking at that shouldn't be in the Hall of
yeah,
Fame. I'm sorry, there's people that's in there that he's better than, if we're being
yeah.
real. So I have him.
I like Rasheed. Rasheed definitely was a very skillful 4.
Yeah.
If he played in today's game,
Oh, he'll be loved.
he'll be loved. Other than getting the text, he'll be like
Oh,
Draymond
yeah,
Green a
that's
little
true.
bit, keep getting in
True.
trouble with the text.
True. True.
But nah, I like Rasheed. I like that. That was a good number 4. But I'm gonna go with a different number 4. Same position. I'm gonna go Amari Stoudemire number 4.
I figured.
I think Amari was definitely
I like him.
heady. People forgot Amari started off rookie year dunking on people and was that Phoenix
I
squad gave
remember.
San Antonio issues. He gave Tim Duncan issues, even though Tim Duncan gave it back to him. And then when he got to New York, he did good until the knees fell
Yeah,
apart, and then
fell
that was
apart.
kind of the end of him. But
I don't like the
Amari
leg injuries
Stoudemire,
on that, so I'm gonna give
I
him.
mean, yeah, but Amari definitely. That's why when I mean when you remember all y'all was trying to talk about
Mhm.
what's my boy that's gone now that I was so we should have been traded him. The guy for Atlanta used to dunk on everybody. Now he's in Utah just
Josh
withering. Not Josh Smith, the other one. John what's his
Childress?
name?
Children?
No. You remember y'all always calling him Amari, and y'all was calling Trey Young Steve Nash, and I
Oh,
was like, bro, what's going on?
Collins.
Yeah,
Collins.
John Collins. Excuse me. That's how
Well,
much I forgot about him.
that was his ceiling.
No,
He may not have
no,
been, but
no,
he had the potential to be a Amari Stoudemire type.
no,
Anywho,
no,
so my number 3 is
no.
Peja Stojakovic. I really like Peja Stojakovic. I think he's one of the greatest shooters. I think he's a top 5 shooter of all time.
Mhm.
And he also has a chip in that 2000. His legs and ankles were basically done. I think that was his last season. But he came in a few times, but he but he was done by then. But I mean, he got a chip at least. It was 2011 Mavericks. Yeah, it was that team. And then oh yeah, so yeah, you thought of Peja too? Great. Yeah.
And Craig, let me give you Tim Hardaway actually made the Hall of Fame in 2022. We all
Yeah.
know kind of why they made him wait. We're not gonna talk about it, but we all know probably kind of why they made him wait.
Yeah,
But he
he
made it in
made it.
2022.
He
He made
made
it in
it.
2022.
Yeah, so but Peja is my number
Okay.
3.
Page number 3. Okay, I like that. I like that. All right. My number 3, I'm going with Jermaine O'Neal. Jermaine O'Neal
Go ahead.
was a really good player. The Malice and Palace kind of ruined that, ruined his career. But Jermaine O'Neal was legitimately a top 5 power forward during the early 2000s and arguably was probably a top 10, top 15 player during his prime and does not get the respect that he get because of the Malice and Palace. I got Jermaine O'Neal at number 3.
Respect. I like Jermaine O'Neal. Him and his push shot. Yeah, I liked him. I liked him for the most part. The
Okay.
Number 2, I have, and I know you want to hate so bad, but no, I'm gonna give it to Robert Horry. I really do think Robert Horry should make the Hall of Fame. He has 7 rings.
Did he win them 7 rings, or he just happened to be on a team to get him 7 rings?
But he has so many clutch shots with those teams. It's not like he was just chilling. He should be in the Hall of Fame. And there were times I didn't like him because he was on the opposite team I was rooting for. But he broke my heart every time. You just mad because Shaq pushed that little shot to him for the Lakers to beat Sacramento, and that's deep down. That's why you're mad that you don't think so. But he really, and then again with San Antonio when he won against Detroit, because I was mad at him then because I wanted Detroit to repeat, and he made that three, that long three. I'm like, oh, he did it again. He averaged 10. I don't even think he averaged 10 points, but he has.
I don't think he either.
But he averaged, but he made too many clutch shots not to put that man in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. You can be mad. It's just facts.
All right. Number 2. Oh man, Craig, you must have thought my mind. Mr. Zebo, Mr. 20 and 10.
Respect.
Zach
I like
Randolph. Greatest low post, no jumping power. I can't think of anybody. You can maybe say the Elton Brands, who was a low power post player that barely moved, but Zach Randolph is my number 2.
Respect. No, I like Zebo. Zebo was good and he was funny and no one messed with him. My number 1 will be the New York point guard himself, and that's Mark Jackson. I'm not even his biggest fan, but I do feel like maybe because he wasn't flat. Like his passes, like I can't. They were great, and I know he's like 2 or 3 of all time in assists. That's a reason to put him in the Hall of Fame anyway. But he wasn't the flashiest, but he got the job done. And I mean, his numbers sort of make you say like he should be in the Hall of Fame. I think it's because they don't like him for some weird blackballed reason, but he should be in the Hall of Fame in my personal opinion. So, but
thank you.
What the world? No, Fisher. Talking about riding people. If anyone was riding, it was Fisher. More than Robert Horry made more clutch shots than Fisher on all his teams he been on. Y'all know that's true. Y'all just hating. It's okay. But
I don't know why. I don't know why you try to get Robert Horry in.
Mark Jackson is my number 1. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame for sure. But they be hating on him. So.
All right. So my number 1 player. First of all, I'm gonna do a couple of honorable mentions. Players that I won't count. We don't count because of injury.
I'll say mine too. Kevin Johnson.
Yeah,
it's my honorable mention. Who put John Collins? Is he trying to be? Oh no, that was when he was trying to answer the question. I was like, John Collins not gonna be. Debo for me as well. Jermaine O'Neal I saw as well. Bill Laimbeer, Rick Fox. I'm just playing. No, I just like messing with those names. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions right now.
I'll go Sidney Moncrief from Milwaukee. That's an honorable mention. People forget how good Sidney Moncrief was.
Yes, he had that ugly shot.
Sean Marion. That's another one.
Yeah. Sean Marion.
Who else? Jamal Mashburn. That's another good one. Michael Redd.
Him over Robert Horry?
Yes.
What is going on?
These are honorable mentions.
But it's the fact that you giving him an honorable mention.
I would put Bill Laimbeer over Robert Horry. Like, man, stop it. And my number 1 is Sean Kemp.
I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't want my
face to be
talk to me no more. You can look at your name.
You don't want to talk to me no more. What you mean? Pull that screen back down here. Yeah. Yes, I will put Bill Laimbeer over Robert Horry. Robert Horry shot.
Ross Strickland. Oh, I love Ross Strickland.
Yeah, Ross Strickland. But my number 1 is Sean Kemp, the Rain Man, the athletic freak, just everything. Yeah, Sean Kemp, number 1.
What?
Sean
over Robert Horry? Like, And Mark,
Man, get off of Robert
you didn't
Horry.
Mark
Robert Horry is not that
and
good.
Mark, you didn't even name Mark Jackson as an honorable mention. You petty.
Okay, Mar Jackson, Rod Strickland. You want me to name all the New York point guards? Kenny
That's
Smith.
not what it was. That's not what it was. I just
You
want
want me
you
to
to
name them all?
see. Okay, you're a hater for
Stephon
the rest of your life.
Marbury.
Actually, honorable mention for him. Honorable mention for Stephon.
Sebastian Telfair. Skip to Malu.
First off, it's not Telfair, it's Telfair.
Telfair.
But it's no. But them people, or Kenny Smith. Why are you playing? Why are you playing? Kenny Smith was a bucket and don't play, and he played for USC. It was a big. Okay. Stop playing.
Kenny was.
So anyway, our last topic, real quick, is called guest top 5. Kind of like how we did the guest top 10 last week about the Olympics. This one is going to be the same thing, so it's going to be really quick for Will. He has to try and guess 5. These 5 right here, and I want you to top 5 and tell you which ones 1 through 5 if you guess them. But which, and you two, Craig and everyone that's watching, please let me know. Tell me the top 5 events in the Olympics that USA has never medaled in.
They
never medaled in.
Never medaled in. Okay. Shooting.
Oh.
No. Archery.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one. Badminton is number 2.
Okay. Table tennis? No,
yes.
Table
You're
tennis?
right.
Okay.
That's number 1.
Table tennis, badminton. Okay.
Badminton. 3. You got 3, 4,
water
5.
polo?
No, actually, no, that's not in there.
No.
Think of something that you got to jump really high in.
High jump?
No.
Or steeplechase?
Something you got. Think of something that's not normally on TV.
That you got to jump high in.
Yes, something that little kids like to jump on. How about that? Let me give it to you.
Oh, trampoline?
Yes, that's number 5.
I keep forgetting about trampoline.
I know. That's why I said That's why I said it's a little hard. Okay, 3 and 4. Try something that you well, me and my friends used to play in the park where we gotta hit it on the wall.
Handball.
Yes, that's handball, number 3. Yeah. And number crazy. 4 has to do with gymnastics, but there's a word that comes before it.
Water gymnastics?
Rhythmic.
What in the world is that? When is the break dance? That's my question. I'm ready to see the break dance. When is the break dance?
I'm done. But anyway, that was 1 through 5, y'all. Table tennis, badminton, handball, rhythmic gymnastics, and then trampoline. Those are the only 5. These are the only ones that USA has never even got a bronze in. So that's and then
that was a good one. No, that was a good one.
Now, flag football, everyone will be coming in the next. I'm sure you saw that flag football for men and women. So you may want to get yourself together when you might, they might invite you.
Which reminds me, we're not going to be on Thursday because Will turns 39 years old. It's my birthday Thursday, and I have those bad knees and bad Achilles and bad foot. So, no, I would not be joining no flag football team because I'm not going to hurt myself.
That's in 4 years, though, so you might be okay.
I'm not. I'll be 42? Nah, I'm done. I'm retired. Jersey hung up in the rafters.
Oh, by the way, Andre Miller is a good one, Craig. That's one of my personal faves. So
slow-mo Andre Miller. Slow-mo.
Whoa, that man scored 50. Now anyone scored 50 in an NBA game.
Andre Miller came from Utah, played with Keith Van Horn, if I remember right, on that Utah.
He said the original Blake Griffin. Facts, though.
Sean Kemp. No. Blake Griffin is the copycat of Sean Kemp, but
But Blake was actually better than Sean. So I mean, in his prime, that's what I feel. Blake was better than him. He averaged more. He was better off the block.
In the show.
That's just my opinion. That's just the way it goes. He can't jump. He probably couldn't jump over a car. Like, I'm just playing. He probably could, but I think he was a little bit better. So,
The only thing,
and
Blake,
yes, that is
I
a
can't even.
sport. You said trampoline. He said, "Is that a sport?"
That is, yeah, exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
my son was watching it. He was in love. He was like, "Oh, they're jumping on the trap." I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. They doing flips."
That's crazy.
Happy birthday, my guy. He says so. This is
Appreciate
before
it.
then.
Appreciate it.
Oh yes, we'll be
38,
back next
39.
Tuesday. We'll
Next
be back
Tuesday,
after.
and we'll talk about more NFL teams. Next Tuesday, we will talk about, I believe, the NFC South. We will talk about on Tuesday. But
Nice.
just end us with our scripture, please.
So yes, don't forget to read our scripture for today and for the rest of the week. Psalm chapter 37, verse 8: cease from anger and forsake wrath, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. So even when you're angry, even when you're angry, don't do evil when you're angry, and try not to be, as angry. Go ahead and cease the prayer. Pray without ceasing, so you won't be so angry. So awesome. But yes, thank you so much for joining at the buzzer with your girl Jess and William, I
King
guess.
Will. King Will.
So
We'll see y'all next Tuesday.
deuces.
And don't forget, join, subscribe. If you can't catch the live episode, you can catch us on all your podcasts, Apple, Google, iHeart, Amazon. We on everything. Please
And
like,
follow
subscribe,
us
and
as
follow
well.
us, please. All right, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Deuces.